You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
And take two.
So yeah, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey, hey.
And we got Baby Yoda in mic 4. And we're going to be moving pretty quickly because Seth forgot to hit record, and about 10 minutes in, he realized.
Dumbass.
Seriously. Actually, speaking of which, I was going to hit the dumbass button, but then I realized I have to bring up the sound effects again.
Uh-oh. Dumbass
again.
Two.
Good Lord. So yeah, so you can get us at our website, BWSSpodcast.com. Email us at contact@BWSSpodcast. And I just want to say, you know, it's kind of, I wouldn't say special episode, but it's definitely a special time because officially, believe it or not, and I was talking about it with Laz, believe it or not, we have officially been doing the video portion for a year. So I just want to throw that out there. Congratulations to us. It's pretty awesome.
That year went by fast.
It sure did, bro. Good Lord.
I missed you when you guys came back.
Aw.
I know, like, the original phone call was like, I'm like,
So yeah, let's talk about the original phone calls, because those of you who've been following with the show for a while, and those of you who are a little bit more new. So we had this plan because Lucas and I knew we were going to do it. Laz didn't even know that I'd moved back down here. It's like, dude, we're going to call him up and we're going to tell him. And we had this vision of you being, dude, fire. It's awesome. My life has been miserable and boring. And, you know, everything sucks. And you guys are great. And let's hear it for the white folks. And welcome back to Florida. And, you know, hallelujah and all that shit. Instead, you're like, yeah, okay. Oh, God. Okay.
Man. My life was
Sure.
great. I just had a fucking, like, weird-ass sleeping schedule at that time.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there like, Seth? All right. I take your call. I don't take a lot of people's calls.
Sure.
But if Seth calls me, I'm like, oh, Seth, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I wasn't ready.
No, definitely not. Definitely weren't ready, folks.
I don't like surprises. So you know for the future.
So how could so obviously there's no positivity because you couldn't give us, like, you know, Laz's Corner positivity
for like weeks.
Yeah, dude. So what was up with that? You just didn't feel like searching. You're like, you know, I just want to be miserable.
I wasn't miserable, but I just wasn't like happy as fuck.
Sure.
Just whatever. But
Happy
like,
as fuck. I wasn't happy as fuck.
no, I wasn't happy. Like I was happy because I got to spend more time with like Nay and Rick and my Layla.
Sure.
Even though I'm gonna make a asshole thing about Layla later.
Okay,
But
fair
like,
enough.
But like, I was having a decent time. Remember, like I did like the job except for financial shit.
Sure.
But like I was decent. I was
All
good.
right. And all of a sudden he found positivity, folks, and now he's got it on
But
the
I
show.
remember I stayed away from the news at that time.
That's
because
true.
Everything that was on the news was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it's
so
like, now I gotta watch the news.
Yeah, I hated the news, bro. Like I lived in my little like Dade County, South Florida life. Fuck
Sure.
everything else.
Just
I
staying
didn't
away.
know anything that was going. I didn't even really use Facebook. Like
Yeah.
Facebook or Instagram. I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
I hear you. Well,
I had no choice.
Well,
everybody who was important, really important to me,
congratulations.
was there.
congratulations, everyone, for a year. You know, I guess it's kind of fitting. It's just the three of us. Just the three of us. But anyway, next week we're going to have the special movie episode. I recorded a movie. I was in a movie about 10, 13 years ago, whatever. And so, yeah, Friday the 13th, we're going to release that episode. We watched the movie with Marcos, commented on it, made jokes about it, laughed with it. It's a really entertaining episode. Those of you listening, if you want to watch it, just get us at our website, BWSSpodcast.com. You can see a link to the YouTube, and also have a code where you guys can download the movie and the not deleted scenes, the gag reel for free. So there's 50 of them out there, so you guys all get a chance to get it. So yeah, BWSS episode 83. We record everything in Arcane Studios. All the music is by the Silenced. And topics of today: Eviction Moratorium ends, people about to lose their homes, printer ink versus champagne. So apparently printer ink is pretty damn expensive. Rocketman is seen again. I'd ask you guys if you knew, and you said no last time, but clearly you do because we already talked about it because Seth forgot to fucking hit record. WTF
Dumbass.
News. I know, right? Where is it?
Secret.
No.
Dumbass.
No.
Dumbass.
There it is. Good Lord. I got to like spend time. It's just these 6 buttons that get me all. Anyway, all verklempt. Lucas's weather, Liza's corner positivity, and
It's time for quick news.
so Jane Wakefield, BBC printer ink pricier than champagne, finds which? WHICH, which is question mark, which is the name of the company or the web address or web company. A study by consumer watchdog which has found that branded printer ink remains staggeringly more expensive than third-party alternatives. In some cases, printer ink is pricier than some champagnes, its survey found. Non-branded ink cartridges perform as well or better than their branded alternatives, it suggested. Manufacturers are suggesting companies do not use third-party ink because they want to spend a lot of freaking money doing it. I use third-party ink. It's fine. It's great. And it's about a quarter of the freaking price. Home printers have become essential recently. A watchdog surveyed 10,000 consumers who own inkjet printers, half of whom said they use their printer at least once a week. Done similar surveys in the past and found similar results. So Epson Workforce WF blah 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 printer costs a little over $100 for the ink, or about $1,800. Actually, yeah, $1,800 a pint, which is insane. I mean, even Louis the 13th.
I think because a little bit of ink costs. You don't use that much ink, so
Sure.
like for pages of ink, you don't use that much ink out
So
of.
yeah, they're
cartridge.
pricing you based on what they think your photocopy should cost or whatever. I guess.
No, because if you actually have to go do a photocopy, it's like 10 cents a page or something like that. If
Sure.
you go somewhere,
I don't know. Is it that? Lucas, can
it's
you look
expensive.
up?
It's like to go get something printed,
Still? It was 10 cents a page like 10 years ago.
they're charging like 50 cents a page or more to print something. Like it's cheaper to always print your shit yourself at
course.
home or buy your own ink.
I don't know.
Because trust me, like that time I had to print something and the ink dried out, like because. The thing is, if you don't use the ink in the printer, it dries out. I don't know why the fuck that happens, whatever.
Yeah.
And I needed to print something, and I'm like something very important. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then when I went to use the printer, it was like, ting, 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 and then the paper was just coming out blank. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, how was that again?
Ting, 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 ting. You know, whatever.
Sure.
Fuck you. And then I'm just like, I Googled it, and it's like, yeah, if you don't use your ink for a certain amount of time, it just
dries out.
just dries out.
For sure.
And then when I went to the store to print whatever I had to print, it was like
Same
$4 or
with
$5.
glue. If you don't use glue for a while. How much? $4 or $5?
Yeah, for like a couple of pages of shit. Like,
Wow.
and but I don't know. We should just email everything. But it was probably for something government related here because they're so annoying. It's like you have to like mail it or.
Well, they wanted you to mail the cartridge back and blah blah blah,
like,
and then refill them.
I feel like we should be able to almost email anything instead of having to print it out. Like,
Yeah, I mean, for my job, we have to have people sign stuff, which requires printing.
but there's no
My
like-
taxes, obviously, I need the receipts. I just printed 100 pages to get to do my
and
taxes.
we have that too, yeah. But like work wise, you should be able to. You guys should have tablets and they could just sign on the tablet. Like,
It's getting there.
I don't know.
DocuSign is stock. It's done really, really well. It's backed off like the rest of them, but it's done well. It might start going up if this second variant or this whatever Delta variant starts to do something.
Oh, we're
you
about
got
to
something,
be fucked
Lucas?
right now.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking about printing. I had to get something printed with my last job for a possible sale,
Sure.
and UPS fucked the printing up like 3 times.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That sucks.
Those little stupid stores are still open for
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I think it was a Kinko's I saw or something. It's like crazy or something
But
close.
the technology is like getting like today. I didn't understand. My dad. I saw my dad today, and he's like, Lausner, like my real name. He's like, can you help me with something? I'm like, what's up? He's like, all those scan things everywhere I go, they're like, can you scan this so you can get them? And I'm like, Dad, what have you been doing for the past couple of months? He's like, I don't know. I just wait till they come and talk to me and then we go from there. But like pre-registering,
Sure.
parking, everything, like
Yep.
you can just scan them. Like, He's like, how do you do it? I'm like, literally, Dad, just open up the photo. When the link pops up, press it. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, you're tripping right now.
Wow.
Because I didn't understand it. Like, when I get calls at work and they don't know how to get the menu off the QR code, I'm like, what are you, fucking ridiculous? Like, I don't get it. I help, obviously, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But then, like, literally, he just didn't have any idea. And I'm just like, okay. It's like, so what do you do? He's like, oh, usually I just wait. And then somebody just deals with me. But then I remember when I was getting my vaccine that it took forever because nobody was pre-registering with the card they gave you.
Sure.
But it makes sense now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Hewlett-Packard has a new system called Dynamic Security, which doesn't let you, if you put in the cartridge from another company or carrier or whatever, it won't work. So you have to use Hewlett-Packard cartridges or ink.
They're going to find a way to bypass that.
I mean, yeah, I guess sooner or later they'll have to. All right, Laz. Well, I guess you're up, dude.
What did we talk about again before? I'm talking shit. Mask with Nazi symbols sold at Fort Lauderdale gas station.
So Nazi symbol masks.
Face masks are sold at a Fort Lauderdale gas station. This is from ABC News. Kelly Wagner was sitting in her car, took a deep breath after she saw a mask full of swastikas being sold inside a Shell gas station in Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
So she was like...
I mean, Florida for the win, of course, every time.
Well, we have a lot of... Once you pass, like,
the
North Broward, you're going to
Sure.
be in that type of area that might have swastikas on masks.
Yeah.
You're good, Seth, when you're taking your little trips for work. But it is what it is.
Sure.
So she was very upset and she asked the store clerk, how can you be selling these? And she's like, I don't know. They fucking give me something to sell. I sell it. That's
Yeah.
it. But she's just an employee. She probably makes like $10 an hour. She doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about what the hell's
No.
going on.
What ethnic background was she?
Oh, they didn't say that.
That'd be
I didn't-
interesting.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I would almost say she was black.
Okay.
I could.
You can say it. I can't.
I would like to see the. I'm gonna watch the video and see.
Shame we're gonna miss your Habib comment. That's a bummer.
So anyways, the general manager of the store or the store owner didn't know what the mask meant.
Sure.
And this is what kind of bothered me about this story in the first place. This is why I was using it as a quick news. He was like, somebody just came to the store and was like, oh, I got masks for sale, wholesale. And it was a whole bunch of different things. And he bought it and he didn't know what they meant. And I'm like, yo, it's 2021. How do you not know what a swastika is or like Nazi?
But if he's
influence
not from
things?
America, it's possible. I'm sure you go to like China, you go to India, you go to, and they have symbols that might look cool, but could be considered racy, if you will.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, that's a worldwide thing, like the Nazi thing. It's not like everybody knows what happened.
Maybe they're killing. He just wants to make some money. It's possible.
And like I said before, it was a Shell store. A Shell gas station, but Shell does not. They just sell their fuels wholesale to companies, and they're able to use the Shell name on the store.
Sure,
but everything is managed by whoever runs the store.
They don't have any legal capabilities. They don't. Yeah, they're not owners.
They can't tell you
It's
how to run the
franchise.
store. They just sell the gas. That's
For
it.
sure.
And they literally plucked themselves out of the situation real quick. They were just like,
Of course they did.
we just sell quality fuels to whoever wants to buy it and sell it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But it sucks though. Fuck that.
It does suck. Hopefully, I wonder if like people are gonna be flocking to that store, just to see them or just I don't know, whatever.
Well,
or to buy some.
ABC, they bought the last mask and just threw them in the garbage.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They should have wiped their ass with it first.
And then the reporters later fired for buying a mask with a Nazi symbol.
Yeah, right.
we saw you. What did you need that
Yeah,
for?
right. Like a Republican, if that was a Democrat and he did that, the Republicans would just use the part where he's buying it.
That's it.
That's it.
Fuck the rest
You
of the
know they would.
story and then we blow it up.
All right. Stella Chan, David Williams, CNN Travel. Mysterious jetpack man may have been spotted again in the skies near LAX. So that's Los Angeles Airport. Air traffic controllers warned pilots to be on the lookout after a man in a jetpack was spotted near Los Angeles International Airport. Use caution. The jet man is back, an air traffic control said in an audio transmission obtained by CNN. Let me know if you see him. So a Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson said that a Boeing 747 pilot reported seeing an object that might have resembled a jetpack at 6:30 p.m., and it was about 15 miles east of the airport and flying at an elevation of about 5,000 feet. This was a week ago. Air traffic controllers alerted pilots in the area out of an abundance of caution. So SkyWest,
That's not safe for anybody, right?
I mean,
the jetpack
no.
guy or the plane.
I mean, if the guy runs into the plane, sure. If not, then no. I mean, it's a really, 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 really small chance. But you can't just be flying around and like, you know, of course he wants to go see, get close up to an airplane as it's going by to land. Like, how cool would that be?
You know what I realized? There's so many more airports. Like, there's so many airports that we don't even know about.
True.
Like, there's so many small airports.
Sure.
So if you get in that jetpack and you like hit a small plane, I feel like a big plane could just probably knock it out.
Yeah, but that jetpack hits a wing where they store all the fuel. It's all going up.
Fuck that.
For sure. I don't know. Whatever.
Nobody in Florida has the technology to be a jetpack man.
I mean, I'm sure they do, but you know, if they have that type of interest and that type of money, probably not going to be living in Florida, living in Austin, living in Los Angeles, certainly not New York. Jesus, where are you going to fly? SkyWest 3626. Did you see the UFO? So we'll see. China Airlines saw a person in a jetpack flying at about 6,000 feet in LAX. That was last fall or something like that. So FBI and the FAA are investigating. All right, Laz, you're up. Número dos.
This is part of my beef for later, too.
Okay.
Frustrations grow amid delays and cancellations for Spirit Airlines.
Frustrations. Well, Spirit Airlines.
They're already annoying as fuck.
They are a train wreck already.
But they've been canceling flights for like 3 fucking days, bro.
Really?
And apparently off,
They fly into they fly into Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And their headquarters is in Myanmar, which I didn't know that.
Ricky's son live.
Yeah.
No, Ricky's son lives in Miramar. His son lives across the world. So people have been trying to get home. Apparently there's supposed to be some type of strike, but the Spirit Airlines spokesperson says there's no strike. But I think that's what it really is.
Okay.
Because they're not getting treated fairly. But then it's like, yo, when you're trying to get on a flight, you get what you pay for, bro. I'm never getting on a Spirit flight again. Like,
hold on, you got on one in the first place?
what? Barely. It almost didn't come. Like, I was stuck in a country for like 9 hours. Like, fuck, it's annoying. So they have been canceling flights, and there are delays from Fort Lauderdale since Sunday. No, what day is today? Tuesday? Since Saturday, people have been staying at the airport.
Sure.
So
they're stranded there.
They're stranded there. 200 canceled flights, and you know, most of the time, people who are taking Spirit are trying to save a buck, or they probably just really want to go somewhere.
And dime you for everything.
But exactly,
even for a carry-on, you got to pay.
One lady, she tried to get another flight. She just walked over to her next counter, like United Airlines, and just said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yeah.
Like. I can't deal with them, bro. Like, I get it. Like, if it worked, I don't know how many flights are like on time or normal with Spirit. I doubt.
Lucas,
I haven't heard many good stories.
The average on time percentage for Spirit Airlines. Yeah, I mean, so people are pissed.
Yeah,
refunds are getting made,
and they're trying to. And you know how hard it is to. Somebody was willing to drive from here to New York.
Oh, go ahead, Lucas. Hit us with it.
From Business Insider.
Okay.
Spirit Airlines ranked the highest out of any low-cost carrier in the U.S., coming in with a 79.5% on-time arrival rate.
Local on time, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
and fourth overall for the year.
Wow.
For low-cost airlines.
Wow. No, but fourth overall.
How many low-cost airlines are
So
there?
full disclosure, I mean, there's a lot. You got Spirit. I mean, Southwest considered low cost, dude. I mean, across the world, I'm guessing there's like 30. There's a lot, especially like ones we don't know about. So when Elena had to fly down to Florida by herself, she did it to look for an apartment. Although Alicia stayed with me, but she went down there just for a couple weeks, just to like get away, because she was raising Alicia and she didn't have a lot of like time to herself. So she went down there with her friends, and they have kids and they could watch her and blah, blah, blah. And I kept working. But when I would fly her down there, I'd fly her on Spirit because I can buy 2 seats in first class for about the same price it would cost to get Elena just one. And Alicia wasn't old enough to like get charged. We just wanted Elena to have the 2 seats.
Okay.
So it was cheaper. So for us, it was pretty freaking awesome. Wow. I can't believe it. Number 4 out of all of them? That's pretty good.
That's probably 4 worldwide, but that's
Sure.
probably like the last in the U.S. I don't know, bro. Southwest isn't bad.
No, Southwest is bad.
But you can't choose your seats.
You can't. You
choose your
at
seat.
all?
You have to choose your seats when you like Southwest. You choose your
It's
seats.
like a mad dash, right?
24
You get
hours,
in.
and like you check in early, and then you could choose your seats. Or something
Anything,
like
Lucas?
For Southwest,
No. I thought I asked you to look something up.
Yeah, he did. That was
how many?
The fourth, how often is their flights
They're
on
on
time?
Oh.
Or like
then
their
how many
consistency?
low
Well,
cost
Spirit, I
is?
did. Oh, yeah. How many low cost airlines are there worldwide?
They just gave me a list, and I don't feel like counting.
Okay.
No, but there's low cost airlines
More
in
than
other
30?
countries. Yeah, big time. Because
Okay.
even if you go to Haiti, you can fly like from the capital city to like smaller cities just from there.
Sure.
And they charge you like $40.
I got you.
But it's like a little tiny bitch ass plane, but whatever, it works.
Little plane's a little bitch. All right, BBC China nuclear reactor Taishan Tiashan shut down over damaged fuel rods. Remember we talked about this? So just to set the scene, as my friend Andy would say, so basically they had fuel rods that were starting to emit radiation, and
In what?
In China, it's for a nuclear reactor.
Okay.
And so the French, I think the French were managing it, even though it was like China's reactor, and they reached out to America to say, hey, there's something going on here. So what China did is they raised the permissible levels of radiation before a shutdown. So if it hits a 3, we're going to shut it down. And it hits a 3, they're like, well, if it hits a 5, then we'll shut it down.
Oh shit.
So anyway, they finally shut it down. And basically China was like, no, there's no problem. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's still within the permissible limits. But they shut that shit down. China's nuclear plant has shut down one of its reactors for maintenance after minor damage to fuel rods. The plant operator said in a statement that it had shut Unit 1 at the Taishan nuclear plant in Guangdong province
They need to
after
stop playing
lengthy
around
talks.
over there, bro.
Dude, I don't like...
Like they're playing around too much over there. Just let it flow.
There's a hospital that completely collapsed during the COVID situation. Like completely
Was that
collapsed.
one of the quick ones?
What's that?
Was that like one of the quick built ones they did?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was one of the quick ones or not. So I mean, they're known for building buildings really fast, but it's a problem. That's for sure. So the latest move comes after a month of the Chinese government acknowledging damaged fuel rods with no need for concern. China General Nuclear Power Group, CGN, said in a statement on Friday that the reactor was completely under control. CNN said French energy firm EDF, which manages it and helps run it, had warned the U.S. government. I already mentioned that. Last week, the EDF spokesperson told CNN the French company would shut the plant down if it could. They said the decision is with China. And the situation at Taishan was not an emergency, they said, but a serious situation. So they finally shut it down, which is great. I don't understand what took so freaking long.
Do you think they cut corners with like things that serious?
I think that,
Yes.
yeah, that's one of the things that,
But I know things that come here from China that have to be sold to like U.S. consumers have to be like heavily regulated.
sure,
But
of course.
I'm Haitian. My family's Haitian, so when you get stuff from China and Haiti, it's not it's not like you get from here. Like even if it's like I don't know where Colgate comes from, but sometimes they will get like if it's like a Colgate for United States and a Colgate for Haiti, it's not the
Colgate,
same. Like the toothpaste, yeah, like everything. Like there, whatever you could think of that says made in China. Here it's good, but over there they're like, we don't know, it's from China. That's what they say.
Of
like,
course.
So people won't buy it, or
Absolutely.
But like, it doesn't make any sense.
There was a laundromat back in the day that had like Tide, but it had Chinese writing all over it, and I was like, I don't know, because you don't know what they put in some.
But
of that
is it
shit.
still Tide?
Sure it said Tide.
But you know the thing is with like the laundry detergent is like everything is just like the little tiny bit, and it's add water or whatever.
Sure.
So maybe it's just like really.
I mean, I'm sure
unsafe.
it's fine, but I'm just saying, like, you can't help but have that thought. But I'm sure. I mean, we cut corners here, but here's the thing about the American system: a lot of oversight. You know, you can't just do shit, and the person
you
like
cut a corner,
you know,
and if something happens, you're fucked. Somebody's going to be liable,
You
even
just
if
wanna
nothing happens.
Do something to your house. Let's say you want to add a window, or let's say with your farm you want to change crops. Like there's just a lot of shit you just can't get away with here that you can get away with in other countries. So what pisses me off about China is they're always trying to hide shit. Just admit your freaking fuel rods are a little bit hot, and maybe we'll come help you.
It. Yeah, fix it.
Like big fucking deal. It's like there's no reason to be so secretive,
Dumbass.
Yeah, don't fucking start another fucking pandemic, nuclear fucking problem on top of whatever you just started 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Like,
all right, Lucas. Jeez, we're freaking going ham, as you would say.
Sorry.
You're up, Lucas.
So, Business Insider dated 25th of July from Kelsey Vlamis.
You don't have to give us the date, bro. If it's recent, it's fine.
All right. Philip
He's like
Morris
at 8:02 p.m.
That's the proper way to source things.
Okay,
Seth.
sure.
Actually, it's not. It's actually 9:47 p.m.
Oh, here.
I was close. That's a win. Yeah, right.
Philip Morris, international CEO, says cigarettes should be banned and the company will stop selling Marlboros in the UK within a decade.
Okay. Wait, really?
Within a decade?
Yeah.
Wait, who said
Within
that?
a decade.
Philip
The
Morris?
CEO of Philip Morris, who makes
Really?
Marlboro. Yeah.
I know,
Because he
like,
says
go
they're
ahead.
trying to transition to like a electronic cigarettes, something safer. And
Sure.
smoking they're already planning on by 2030 banning the sale of gas cars. So
Okay.
it's like might as well transition because we already see it changing.
Sure. It's difficult. If you go and buy cigarettes over in Europe, it has like images of like people, like
Dead
dying people and
God.
black. It's straight up, dude. They don't
I'm
play
not like,
over there.
I
That's
did
not an
know
exaggeration.
somebody that vapes, and I was smoking the little stupid vape pen. I didn't feel like I needed to smoke for like almost the whole day, but I couldn't smoke inside where we were anyways.
Sure.
But I don't know. I feel
That's
like
okay.
I love the smoke.
Yes, you
I
do.
don't know. It's just I don't like it all the time, but it's like
I
whatever.
feel you. All right. So that's interesting. I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only way they're going to stay in the game is to move to vaping because cigarettes are starting to like really. I mean, menthols were completely banned, right? Menthols are going down. So it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
All right. Anya Sukhanova. Anya Sukhanova. And this is Agence France Presse, which is the French press agency. Missing Belarus dissident found hanged in Ukraine Park. So, Lucas, you actually put this up, and I can't believe it. So, a dissident from Belarus, and as we know, Belarus was the country that diverted the plane that was heading to Lithuania and arrested another dissident and his freaking girlfriend as they were flying over. He was flying, I think it was from Poland all the way up to Lithuania, and Belarus. Lukashenko, the guy who runs shit over there, scrambled some fighter jets and made that passenger plane with passengers from all over the world that was just flying through Belarusian airspace land in Belarus so they could arrest this guy. Then they, pretended it was a bomb threat. And even the people on the plane were like, there's no way they thought it was a bomb threat. Yeah. They didn't try to get us off the plane. They made us sit there. They didn't do anything. So anyway, that's the setup. But they ended up in Ukraine getting another dissident, and they hung the guy.
Allegedly.
So, yeah.
Sure.
You got to say it.
Belarusian. Go ahead, Lucas.
No, I didn't read the article because I was about close to getting up, but it seems like he was the one that helped the at least the Olympian's boyfriend, husband actually escape.
Sorry.
Okay.
Like
You
he's
didn't
the one
read that.
helped.
That article was really long, Lucas. I read that article.
I read it too. So Belarusian dissident Vitaly Shizov was on Tuesday found hanged in the park close to where he lived in Ukraine.
He went out for a jog.
He went out for a jog and he ended up missing. It was on Monday, something like that. He was 26. He was headed to Belarusian house, quote unquote Belarusian house. That's the name of it in Ukraine, a non-governmental organization involved in everything from helping fellow compatriots settle in Ukraine to staging anti-regime protests. So yeah, he went for a jog, ended up missing. And they found him hung in a park near where he lived, and it was supposed to be made to look like it was a suicide.
Well, they're investigating both.
They're investigating
suicide
both, but
and suicide and murder staged to look like a suicide.
yeah, they think it was a murder that was staged to look like a suicide. And here's the thing: the fact that he went missing after a jog, it's not like you go for a jog and you think, I'm like on this nice little jog, but I feel like I'm just going to disappear for a while and then hang myself. Like, forget it.
That's not happening.
No, not at all. So they're pursuing two main leads. And here's the thing. I mean, there's no doubt that this is what's going on, but the fact that this Lukashenko guy is having operatives do shit in other countries is pretty freaking messed up. And of course, Lukashenko is really close with Putin, so he has Russia behind him. So of course they can operate in Ukraine. Because Russia just loves to fuck you with Ukraine. But this is some crazy shit. This shit wouldn't happen in America. I can tell you that right now.
You're crazy.
What? You think this would?
Yes. People disappear all the time. Bro. What?
Dissidents here? No way, dude.
We wouldn't even know about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I feel like we would. Like, yes, people disappear, but like dissidents, people here under political asylum, blah, blah, blah. The cameras, there's just
happen, bro. You're crazy as fuck.
Okay.
It'll definitely happen.
Maybe I'm just more positive than you.
You probably are, but like the thing is, we wouldn't find the person hanging.
Yeah,
that person would have just disappeared.
That's true.
Yeah, like that's it. This is America.
Yeah, that's
true. And then well, even though it's something from another country,
sure.
Like what happened?
Damn, now America's hanging white folks. What the hell is going on?
They just never, or it would have been like Laz killed them.
Yeah, sure.
It was a black guy walking there around in time. Get him, red car, got him. Like I mean, like
that's true.
It wouldn't be like that.
So Belarus has a history of political killings and disappearances. Even abroad, Belarusians cannot be safe as long as there are those trying to take revenge on them and hide the truth by getting rid of the witnesses. And this is Tikhanovskaya. So Tikhanovskaya, she's the one who is the main opposition leader for Lukashenko. So she's been in political asylum, I think, in Poland or some shit like that. So, and you heard about this sprinter, right? This is a Olympic sprinter who all of a sudden was told to come home. So she was in her hotel. Belarusian people came over into her hotel room, not grabbed her, but said, "You got to pack. You're going back to United States." Yeah, she was like, "Fuck yeah, let me get my shit." You're packed. You're going back to Belarus. So when she was at the airport, she asked the police to help her, saying these guys were against her. And now she is still in Japan. And I think Poland is granting, the sprinter who was granted humanitarian visa by Poland on Monday said she feared being jailed if she returned to her country. So, dude,
so she was somebody in the Olympics?
She was an Olympic athlete. And I can't remember what it was that she said that pissed somebody off or whatever. But yeah, man, that's freaking crazy.
Be happy to live fucking here, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's crazy.
All right, Lucas.
It's time for. Wait a minute. What?
Got him.
Fuck?
Even though I know you have it ready.
I have another something. If Lucas not ready,
he's got it. Oh, the finger. Wow, that's just for me, folks.
Don't worry, people out there. It's never for you. It's always for him.
Well, the love is for them, but definitely not the fingers and the fucks.
Yeah. So from Fox 29 Philadelphia,
oh no, not Philly, no.
You guys are the
Actually,
worst.
it's Florida, Miami.
Okay, good. Okay. All right, good.
So
good.
If you guys are worse than us, it just doesn't get
Yeah.
all over everywhere.
Whatever.
yeah, what happens in Philly stays in Philly.
That's right. Anyway, so go ahead. Philadelphia Inquirer?
Fox 29.
Fox 29. Okay.
So sales have, kind of come up with cruises and all that.
Sure.
So Regent 7 Seas Cruises 2024 World Cruise officially sold it.
2024?
Yeah.
Okay. Just planning ahead.
Yeah.
You have future news? Fire.
Nice, right?
Future sale because it's 132 night, $73,500 per person.
How much is
yeah.
it per person?
Sells out in under 3 hours.
Dude, like it's sold out like that. It's like a 180-day
132
cruise. 180. Go ahead.
132 night,
32.
73 or 70, 73 and $73,500 per person cruise.
That would be
So
awesome.
5 months, and
That-
you basically go out
To
from
go around the
Miami.
world? Yeah, where's the route?
Pretty much. Let me scroll down because I did read that.
5
Basically,
months.
here it is. Passengers will explore 34,000 nautical miles beginning January 6th, daughter's birthday,
Nice.
in Miami, Florida, and travel to Central America, the West Coast, Hawaii, South Pacific Islands, Australia, New Zealand, Southeast Asia, the Indian subcontinent, and the Middle East, the Mediterranean, the Bermuda, over the span of 5 months.
Wow.
That's fire. So you do a
That
whole
is
world
awesome.
around the world.
Maybe not the Middle East. I'm just saying.
Is that middle? I mean, we can go to that place where that boat got stuck.
Yeah, where we get arrested for winking at somebody or some shit.
They have tourist
Uh,
areas.
Sure,
Get a
we're
chance
guys, so that helps.
Get a chance to tour the Taj Mahal, Great Pyramids, Ayers Rock in Australia.
I'll tell you
How much?
what, dude.
75,000?
73, was it?
73 and a half.
So how
Plus-
many tickets
plus.
were there? I wonder how big this cruise ship is. Dude, that is insane. That's
They're
amazing.
using the money to finish building the cruise ship. That's why it's like 3 years later.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's pretty funny. That's an interesting way to raise money. It's probably true. I mean, they're going to need that.
When they get on, by the way, you
Sure.
paid for this ship.
Yeah, right. That's
But that
awesome.
sounds great.
Not
Doesn't say. That's all right.
No,
So,
but that's the low end too.
Oh,
that's
I'm
the low
sure
end.
there's
Oh,
there,
shit,
yeah,
of course.
there's like balcony and
Yeah, with prices ranging from 73,000 all the way up to a $199,999 per person for a
99
mass.
cents.
For 99 and a
Dude,
half.
could you imagine being at the point of your life where you're like, let's fucking do
Fuck
it,
it.
man.
Fine.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be like,
Yeah, the whole world might
You're
collapse.
done. You have to be done with
the whole world
everything.
gets the Delta variant and they're just safe on the ship. 2024 though, hopefully it's gone by.
nah,
then.
no, we better not be dealing with this shit. In
All right.
2024.
I want to shout out my mom. Great having her here. Great having her on the show. Great for to spend time with her. Great that she could spend time with Alicia. Thought she was great on the show.
She's
which
really
was-
cool.
Yeah.
She's vibing.
So yeah,
I don't know
man.
how she made you.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's pretty amazing. Got to give her credit for turning this, into the person that it is.
Turning this into that.
Yeah, exactly. Laz, any shout outs?
Nada.
No? Okay.
I don't have time for shout outs this week. I had a long week.
Hey, can we get the label out? There you go. Nice. Lucas, any shout outs over there?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Hold on. Actually, I do. Shout out Baby Yoda for actually showing up this week.
Yeah, right. Nice of you to show up, Baby Yoda. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So please, if you like the show, tell your friends. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back after a little break with the evictions on the horizon. Boom.
Boom. it's typically how recording an album works.
More than 5 days. I mean, sometimes it can take
I'm
a
talking
year.
about just me recording the part.
Sure.
I don't know about the other shit.
I hear you. All right, so we're back. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the evictions on the horizon, which, the eviction moratorium ended. People are scrambling. Before we even jump in, do you guys think, you know the story, right? How Biden, they didn't even try to change anything or extend it until the last day, some shit like that. So do you think they wanted it to expire and they pretended they didn't want it to expire? Because I just feel like they waited to the very last day to try to get it extended.
I feel like it should expire.
I agree too. I agree. At this point,
What maybe the people that would vote for Democrats or Biden
Sure.
wouldn't be happy about it. So that's probably why he waited till the last day.
sure.
I think that's what it is. But I don't know anybody that pays rent that hasn't been paying rent.
Neither
But
do
I do hear about stories of people that just haven't been paying anything.
Well, I hear stories of places that can't get enough workers too.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense to me. And then on top of that is for a long time, a lot of people have been making more money without working than they would usually make. So it made no sense for them not to pay their rent.
I agree. At this point, I feel like it should have ended also. Yeah. All right, Veronica Stakolarski, and I used one of her articles not that long ago because I remember this long-ass, difficult last name, Strakolarski, CNN Politics, House Democrat sleeps on Capitol steps as she blasts lawmakers over expiring eviction moratorium. Did you guys hear this one or see this one?
Yeah.
Representative Cori Bush slept overnight on the steps of the U.S. Capitol to protest her House colleagues for adjourning for August recess without passing an extension of the U.S. Centers for the CDC on prevention, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, eviction moratorium for renters. So the House is at recess. She's quote unquote, House is at recess. People are on vacations. How are we on vacation when millions of people could start to be evicted tonight? A Missouri Democrat told CNN Jessica Dean on Newsroom Saturday afternoon, these are people already receiving and have been receiving pay or vacate notices that will have them out tomorrow. People are already in a position where they need our help, are most vulnerable, are most marginalized, and those who are in need. So yeah, she's just chilling on the Capitol steps. She's like, I'm just going to do my protest here and sleep here. And it's crazy because you can't really lay down on the steps. There's a law that says you can't lay down. You can sit on them. But yeah, man, she's been posted up.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand. I understand her protest, but what did people think was going to happen? You were just not going to be able to. You wouldn't have to pay for where you live for the rest of your life.
True. It's been over a year at this point.
If you pay rent, how would you have not liked to pay rent for the past year?
And the people who own the buildings, they have bills to pay. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Some of the people, the people that own their buildings is different, but some people, maybe they bought the building and they're relying on people to pay rent to pay a mortgage on their property.
Pretty much.
Or pay the loan of how they bought it. That's not fire.
I not at all. It's ice. That's not fire, guys.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So Pelosi made clear on Saturday night in a letter to her House Democratic colleagues that even if the House passed legislation to extend the moratorium, it was obvious that the Senate would not be able to do so. Because, there were Democratic senators no, I'm not, enough is enough. But here's what's crazy. So overwhelmingly, our members support extending the moratorium, Speaker said, Speaker of the House. Universally, our members demand that $46.5 billion provided by the Congress be distributed. So they have these things in place that allows governments to help the people pay their rent. But I think here in Florida, only 6% of it has actually been dispersed.
2%.
2%?
That's what I saw in an article maybe a couple of days ago. It's 2%.
Good Lord.
That's only been going to renters. But I don't that's nothing. But at the end of the day, if you haven't been paying rent, you should have. What have you been doing with the money you're collecting?
True.
If you're collecting the money, I'm pretty sure some people were just I ain't got to pay rent.
Did
Fuck
they
it.
stop the extended the extra unemployment here in Florida? I don't think they did.
June.
Oh,
They stopped it.
oh, that's right. They did stop in June. That's right.
And the extra unemployment.
The extra.
Yeah.
The extra. is
Trust me, people have been
$300.
coming to apply, but still not enough.
Sure, I hear you. So, Local 10 Miami, the eviction moratorium came to an end nationwide, and residents across South Florida are worried about possible evictions. However, a Miami-Dade County program is relaunching in order to assist these residents. I just think with this second wave and everything going on, what are we supposed to do? Says Justin Skurzniski, and a Miami resident worried about being evicted. She lives in a downtown Miami and is one of thousands of South Floridians wondering and waiting to see what happens. I'm back to figuring out where I'm going to live in the next 2 months. It's a shame because I know I'm not the only one struggling.
Is she working though?
She's working. Yeah, she's working. She probably has like back pay from the beginning. Now she's working, but she owes a lot of money from previous months of rent.
But are they not providing support for the owners of the people that are not paying
I think
rent?
they're getting support too, because if you're a business, and my guess is you get, support as a business.
The businesses can apply for like the PPP loans and
Sure.
stuff like that. But I know I have like a friend who owns 2 or 3 properties, and they were able to, with his bank, just put his payments at the end of the
Furlough.
The end of the mortgage. Like, so he didn't have to pay his mortgage, even though he still paid it, but he won't have to pay his mortgage.
They just added it to the end.
And added to the end.
With
So whatever
more
much you
interest.
can't make.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, if that's the case, it's okay.
Or defer. Well, I can't remember what the term is.
But what happens with the people that's their living, or like an older person that was like, this is my retirement, my building with 10 apartments,
Sure.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. They can, businesses can get all kinds of like bailout. And yes, the people have been too, with unemployment, with the extended, federal ad, and then the stimulus payments that went out as well. So everyone's getting a little bit, but I feel like we agree that there's enough jobs available, maybe not for long, but enough jobs available that people should be able to start paying some freaking rent.
I'm
just
saying
saying.
right now, if it happens again, I'm not working.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I feel like it's not fair.
sure. I
Like,
hear ya.
not that's not fair, but like, I could have just sat at home and just got fat and did nothing for fucking a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It was great.
fuck you. No, but you supported yourself. You didn't have
I
to
did.
get anything from anybody else.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
did.
mean? Like,
For sure.
it is what it is. But some people, like, they literally, I just sat home. I saved money because I didn't have to do a lot of stuff that I was doing before, and but like,
Sure. Well, we'll see. I mean, they're trying to relaunch these programs to get money into the people that need it, but they're not going to be able to give it out fast enough. I mean, there's so much that goes into like who you give it to, who gets it first, the applications and all that crap. It's going to take forever. CBS 4 Miami, as federal eviction moratorium ends, Broward Sheriff's Office gives insight into the eviction process. So the Broward Sheriff's Office Civil Division, which serves eviction orders throughout Broward County, understands that this is a time of great anxiety and stress for those facing eviction, and want the public to know deputies who serve the eviction orders treat everyone involved in these situations with dignity and respect. So it's not going to be your person giving you a parking ticket who just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, these people, they care. And I would hate that. Could you imagine that job? Like
it's
you go
just their
there.
job,
and-
though.
I know, but you family and like kids and you guys got to go. We have nowhere to go. Like it sucks.
Oh, but it's not like an immediate eviction. It takes like, I think, 60 days.
No, it's not. Lucas, didn't you see it was like 7 days? Caught him in the middle of a yawn, folks.
Research Lucas.
See, I like the Kobe shirt, by the way. The beautiful sunset in the background. Very,
No,
very
you
nice.
7 days. Like 7 days, you got to get out.
What's
So
evictions?
after you're served the eviction notice, how quickly do you have to get out? So in addition, BSO, which is Broward Sheriff's Office, hopes to provide some clarity about the eviction process, along with the details regarding rental assistance that might be available. The eviction process begins in the courts, where the judges decide eviction cases. If a judge signs an eviction order, BSO is required to serve it. The process works like this. Once an eviction order is signed by the judge, BSO receives a writ of possession. BSO's civil process servers post the writ at home. So in other words, they put it on the door or, hand it to the person or whatever. And the tenant or tenants being evicted are given 24 hours to leave the residence. Once that 24-hour window passes, deputies conduct the final eviction and ensure that those being evicted have left the residence. After the final eviction is carried out, BSO posts a notice on the property showing that the process is complete and that the tenant is no longer allowed on the property.
24 hours?
24 hours. Wow.
I looked it up and it comes up Pennsylvania because obviously a lot of my searches are
state by state. What is Pennsylvania's?
Pennsylvania law requires that the tenant be given 10 days from the date of service of the notice to quit to either pay the rent due or move out of the property.
10 days?
This deadline can be changed if previously agreed to by the tenant in the lease or rental agreement.
Sure. Imagine before I sign this lease their home or property owner, can I get like 30 days in case I can't pay rent?
I don't want to pay the rent. I'm going to stay here for another 45.
Good Lord.
You know what? Let's just round it up to a nice 60.
Sure. So
I thought it took time. I didn't think it was going to take like a day.
Yeah. I mean, here in Florida, they're not playing. And the thing is, if you're there after that, it's criminal charges and you can be arrested. So some types of evictions,
then you have a place to go.
Yeah,
that's true. But what about the kids? You're going to arrest the kids? You're going to arrest children?
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Like people that don't work? Like,
call some friends. Yeah, I wonder what happens to the children. All right, only evictions that ceased were residential eviction for non-payment of rent for COVID-19. So businesses, it looks like, got evicted. During the eviction process, BSO deputies and civil process servers provide people experiencing eviction with links and phone numbers. So if you want to learn about the program, 888-692-7203. 888-692-7203.
It's not only for residents, it's for people as well. For businesses as well.
I don't think, business got loans, but you can evict someone from their business. The whole person.
So like a business not paying rent is in the same situation.
Could be, yeah.
So like if I own like John's Burger and Taco Place, I could have not paid rent for a year and sold all my food and not paid their whatever.
No, but if you're a business, they can evict you.
Yeah, they evict you. So you made your money for the year and then you just figure it out. But why would you want to do that though?
No, but even like the eviction moratorium didn't protect businesses.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
It's just people. They just don't want people being kicked out of their homes. They're not. So yeah, it's a little bit of a different situation.
So will people be able
Lucas,
to apply for back rent?
Eviction moratorium. Is it only for residents or commercial too? What's your question, Les?
So they will be able to apply for the money to pay their back rent?
Well, they can apply for business relief to pay rent, I would assume.
For residents, like regular people. Like
they have them. So Broward County received approximately $53 million in funding from the Federal Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The funding helps residents who are struggling financially due to COVID-19. Once again, 888-692-7203. But getting it out there, that's the problem. That's the challenge.
And to prove.
Yeah.
You have to prove that you weren't able to.
Pretty much. Well, do you? Maybe.
I mean, like.
Maybe prove that you were laid off or fired or something like that.
Yeah, but like legally, I'm pretty sure there's some people that probably got really fucked over for the COVID-19. But then there are the people that really probably didn't get fucked over and are like, fuck it, I got to pay rent. I ain't paying it. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, of course. There's people who want to take advantage. Absolutely.
Well, sometimes you have to suffer the consequences for your actions.
Sure.
Like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So Glenn Thrush, Matthew Goldstein, New York Times, the White House calls on states to prevent a crisis after the federal eviction moratorium expired. So basically what the Democrats are basically saying is, hey, states, you can stop the eviction process. It doesn't have to be a federal thing, which is why I feel like they let it expire. They're like, we can't do this anymore. We got to let the states, handle this. White House scrambled on Monday to head off a crisis after the federal moratorium ended. Said that 1,000 times. In states, pressuring states to disperse billions in bottled up rental assistance and call on local governments to enact their own extensions. Biden administration officials punted the issue, claiming that recent Supreme Court rulings or the recent Supreme Court ruling made it nearly impossible to order an extension without jeopardizing the right of executive branch to implement similar emergency policies during a future public health emergency. So basically what they're saying is we could change the laws to allow us to extend this, but it would affect our ability to do stuff like this in the future. They've worked the phones, appealing to the states, even to slow landlords from evicting renters, which is, been plagued by delays trying to get the money to these people. So anything they can do. So noting nothing in the Supreme Court ruling prevents states and localities from extending their own eviction moratoriums. And we strongly recommend they consider what steps they can take as well. Gene Sperling, who oversees pandemic relief for Mr. Biden.
So we're in Florida. DeSantis.
He's not going to do it. Not
of course not.
Chance,
Not
bro.
a fucking chance.
Not a chance.
But
You'll never
you never know.
Happen. Never.
But shit.
Everybody in the West Wing wanted to extend the moratorium, Mr. Sperling added. But what was clear from the legal analysis was that we had already litigated this issue all the way to the Supreme Court, and the court has spoken on the issue. So, I mean, that's it. That's it. No more, unless some states want to do it. So let's take a poll. If there's like 2 states that would actually extend it, what do you think?
Which states?
Yeah, pick 2. All right.
Massachusetts would extend it.
One more.
California.
Okay, sure, California. California was going to be one of mine. I feel like New York would do it. New York, probably. Maybe not.
I don't know about New York.
We'll see. I mean, someone's going to do it. Stay tuned, folks. So
they're probably going to all have to do it. Like
yeah.
based.
I don't
People
know,
with
man.
votes, man. You got to think about they're not going to think about it.
Like Montana.
They're gonna Montana. Hell no.
Like
There's not enough people in Montana.
yeah,
not even that. I'm pretty sure Montana's running their government however they need to run it for it to run, and people are doing whatever they had to do.
Sure.
Like most of COVID people, problems with COVID-19 with workers would be like South Florida. Yeah, you lost your job because of COVID, but like if you live in there's like a city north of Kissimmee that there's nothing around there. Not Orlando, like
I have no idea. Jacksonville? No.
like Jacksonville. What's in Jacksonville? It's not a tourist place. You're not losing your job because of COVID. You know what I mean? Like
True.
Jaguars, they don't exist. I'm sorry.
They got the good quarterback. They got the number 1 pick this year.
But like I'm saying,
They don't have Foles anymore, do they?
Nah. Foles went to Chicago.
like Ocala.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure whatever you're doing in Ocala, you can't say your job was fucked up because of COVID.
Foles might go to the Colts because Wentz is going under the knife. He's getting surgery.
Fuck everything, right?
He needs-
Football
yeah.
only.
Sorry, dude.
It's coming soon.
It's coming soon. We're gonna have to. I know Ricky's being a little bitch, but he's gonna have to come back on the show for
I'll
football.
get his bitch ass back in.
I know, it's all good. So yeah, so we'll see. I mean, people are gonna start getting evicted, which is a bad thing, but it's also a good thing too, for certain situations. And I was like, how could you say that? But I mean, me, for instance, I'm going to need to look for an apartment soon. So if there's going to be a lot of empty apartments, that's going to be great.
You'll be able to. That's fucked
You're
up. Wow, bro. I'm not part of the show anymore. This has
No, but I mean, it does suck. But
anything
like we
Seth
said,
has to say has nothing to do with me.
It's like what we said, though. I mean, there's plenty of jobs out there. There's plenty of, I mean, there are some outliers for sure. And I feel like they're the ones that are going to get the assistance. But I guess we'll find out what happens.
We're hiring all day.
Yeah, we actually hired a new guy at work. We're looking for a few other people as well. But it's a challenge. Mm-hmm. And the biggest issue is finding people that really want to work and they're not coming back just because they need the money. That's the challenge. I
remember Brandon, one of my managers at Fontainebleau, he had trouble hiring chefs because they couldn't pass, a DUI background check.
Oh, really?
No,
it was like that. It was like, no, this guy, he could not find a single chef for like 3 weeks
without a DUI.
No, DUI. It depends
without
what kind
a DUI or any kind of like background check that wasn't, major, or they couldn't pass a drug test.
Sure.
Maybe a lot of people couldn't get jobs because they couldn't get drug tests, but now they don't even care.
Half of Florida smokes weed.
No, they don't.
half
They're
of
not
Miami.
even doing weed drug tests anymore. Like you can get a job with and pass the drug tests. They're not looking for marijuana.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I know for sure because
Okay.
I know somebody that
I know
works somewhere and he applied for a job and that was what they asked. He asked them and they were like, "No, weed is fine."
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. Any last
Then he
minute
found-
thoughts?
Then he gets hired. Then he gets hired and fired because he's on drugs.
Not marijuana's not a drug
Weed.
anymore.
Yeah.
Technically, it is. It's a prescribable drug.
Everything is drugs, but not that.
Okay. Good
Okay.
story, folks. Any last
You're
minute
welcome.
thoughts?
Nah.
Do we feel like this is going to be a big, like, holy crap, people are going to be living in the streets in tents and
They're
all
not
that?
gonna be living in fucking downtown Miami anymore
Yeah.
because I have a friend that lives in downtown Miami right now.
They're cleaning
And
up the streets.
I don't see any homeless.
Oh, that's good. I remember
No,
that
that's
was one
not
of your
good.
beefs.
Where are they? They're
Yeah.
not. They're there. They're
Sure.
just you just can't see them.
All right.
Migratory.
Yeah, they blend in.
Purgatory.
All right, so we're going to take our last break. We're going to come back with some beef, some asshole. Lucas has a dumbass. I cut off a cop recently in my car.
Oh God, did you get pulled?
I got an update.
Did you get
Last corner
shot?
Positivity. Stay tuned, folks.
He's white. He doesn't get shot.
Yeah. Sure. We need to delete one. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, we got Baby Vader.
Are we recording?
I can't. I couldn't see.
I think it's really awesome that you guys got me on the show. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Baby Yoda can eat my nuts.
Oh, I know my asshole now.
Oh, you know
I
your
remember
asshole? Okay, you figured it out?
Remember, I told you. Layla, remind me about Layla.
Layla? Okay. Well, we're back, and Last found his asshole, folks.
Yeah. Fuck you.
So I cut off a cop, yeah. So I'm driving to work, and there's this area where it's four-way stops, like all over the place. But this one, like, intersection, for whatever reason, a little bit, doesn't have it. So I come up, so I'm, going to work, and
You're
I
the
come
stop
up,
sign or you're not the stop
I
sign?
have the stop sign,
Okay.
and the cops don't. So I'm driving, and I come to, like, it was not like a rolling stop. Like, didn't stop.
Sort of stopped.
I kind of, but then,
stopped.
Wait.
Not for
You
3
stopped
seconds.
before the car before you.
well, I was the only car. Like, there's nobody around.
okay.
Like, it's, so, and then I just kept going. And so the cops, like, honk, honk, and you see this, like, like, where he raises his hands up.
It wasn't in his area probably because your ass would have been pulled over.
I
quick.
guess not, but you can see his arms kind of come up, as I'm going by, and I see him, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is he honking for? I'm like, oh shit, he doesn't have like because I mean, it definitely cut him off or her. So what do you think happened?
You
You didn't get pulled over, obviously, with this story.
You don't think so?
Oh, you got pulled over.
You think I got pulled over?
Nah.
So
He would have been mad about it already.
Lucas says
He
no.
He did not get pulled
He
over.
just tailgated you.
So the cop just kept on going, didn't say shit. That was it.
Yep.
So I bet it was real slow. One of those slow drive-bys. He's probably checking my plates to see if there's anything there that would lead him or her to want to. But yeah, man. So that's what happened.
They at Hollandale, I fucking ran a stop sign. It was like just like that four-way stop sign shit. I looked
Yeah?
to the left. It was 2 cops, and I just kept driving.
Sure.
They pulled me over like 3 blocks later.
Really?
And I was like, you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, that stop sign, huh? And he laughed and just came back with a warning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
was
cool.
straight, yeah.
I got pulled over and I was 15.
15?
Yeah.
Are you allowed
I
to
blew a-
drive at 15?
I
No,
got
I
pulled
blew
over
a-
when I was 15.
I blew a stop sign on a bicycle.
Oh,
There we
really?
go.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, I'm dead serious. I did.
Research Lucas.
Okay.
I got pulled over when I was 15 too. But I was in a car and I wasn't, I had a license to, what the fuck is that shit called? The fucking learner's
Permit.
license?
Learner's permit.
permit.
Yeah. And like, I've been driving for like a long time, even before that. So
You're supposed to have someone with you.
Yeah, I was
you were
supposed to
by
have someone with
yourself, or were you?
my mom was inside the store, and I was like, I'm gonna grab the keys and I'll just pick you up in the front. And so I went to pick up the car, and I was driving to the front, and they pulled me over like as I stopped to pick up my mom. And the reason the officer pulled me over was because like you look too young to be driving.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was like, damn, what the fuck? And then I was like, no, I'm just
Profiling.
yeah. No, I wasn't profiling. I mean, he was right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been driving.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That was my first ticket.
Was your mom there when the cops came? Like,
Yeah, literally, my mom was like walking out of the store when like I was dealing with the police.
yes, she's just.
Oh, what?
What was crazy about it
Like,
was
can't you just come pick me up in
I
front of the
used to
store?
lie to my parents about the license. I was like, yeah, I could drive. I'm good. Look, see, they told me I could drive.
Not anymore.
And then that day, she was like, I thought you told me you could drive. I'm like, yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Mom.
You have to be in the car.
Yeah, you got to be in the car.
That's pretty funny. All
Yeah,
right.
she was hilarious.
Good story.
Laz's Corner.
I'm just saying. All right. So, Lucas.
Research Lucas with the weather.
So, where do we have the weather from this week?
This week, we have Cox Creek, Kentucky.
God.
Cox Creek.
Yep.
That's Lucas's kind of creek, folks. No doubt.
His favorite.
Yeah.
Nah, that'd be Cox Creek.
Okay. That's for a Cox Brook. Can you spell that for the listeners at home, please?
COXS.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm assuming Cox, that's how it's pronounced.
Sure. Or Cox's.
You know how Cox is pronounced.
Yeah. He definitely does. He knows how it tastes, too.
And Creek, CREEK.
CREK. Okay.
EEK.
EEK. So
EEK.
Cox's Creek. Cox Creek. We'll
Yep.
take it. All right. Well, I guess we'll start with Saturday.
Saturday. What is it, August? Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
Okay. Way
At
to
least,
go.
at least I questioned the right month.
You tried.
Sure.
Good.
Sure.
Saturday, August 7th. High of 88, low of 66. Partly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 21%, with the winds coming out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Sunday, August 8th. High of 90, low of 69. Nice. Partly cloudy with the chance of precipitation at 16%, with the winds coming out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour.
Wait, was the first day low of 69?
No.
66. The second day was low
Second
of
day
16.
is 69.
That's fire.
Nice.
The weather's great.
Yeah, it's freaking great
Yeah.
indeed. I'll take high 90s if you give me high 60s
Yeah,
at
the
night.
nighttime.
That's
fuck.
what's up. I'll survive. All right. So Monday.
Monday, August 9th. High of 90, low of 69. Nice. Partly cloudy again with a chance of precipitation at 24%, with the winds coming out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour.
Okay. All right. So what is it?
Get
Tuesday
into
the
zone.
10th?
Yep.
Tuesday the 10th. I'm going to say high of 91, low of 72. Partly cloudy, chance of precipitation. You know what? I feel like we're going to get some rain. I'm going to say partly showers. partly
Some showers.
So yeah, some showers. Chance of precipitation, I'm going to say like 50%, just because. Yeah, and then winds coming out of the
Closet.
right, the southeast,
Southeast or southeast?
southeast at 9 miles per hour. Okay, here we go.
All right. Tuesday, August 10th. You said high of 91.
Yeah.
You'll take anything you can
Yeah,
get.
I got the date right. And yep.
Any chance to get a ding ding, you'll take it.
Okay. True story.
Stop.
You said high of 91.
Yep.
High will be 92.
Okay, I'll take it.
You said low of 72.
Yep.
Low will be 70.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And you said partially showers.
Partially showers, sure. Partly showers.
That's what he said.
Or
Yeah.
So that's
Or
automatically
scattered.
wrong.
Scattered showers, sure. Same
Yeah.
thing.
isolated thunderstorms.
Ooh, okay. Precipitation chance?
50%.
Yep.
And the actual will be 37.
Oh.
And you said wind
That's for
out
the
of the
thunderstorm.
south-southeast
Yep.
at 9 miles per hour.
Yep.
The wind will be southwest at 7 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How do you even think you're gonna guess that? The winds coming from wherever the fuck you think it's gonna come from.
It's hard.
Well, you see, first you stick your thumb up the butthole, then you stick your tongue out.
Oh God.
Really? I haven't heard that
And
one.
then you see what he texts about.
Good
We
Lord.
know what the fuck you do, Lucas. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeez. When he farted, it sounds like a hairdryer. All right. Research Lucas. Appreciate it. Cox Creek, folks. Cox Creek.
Kentucky.
Yeah. So, who has beef? Somebody have beef?
I got
Laz
beef.
has a beef,
Fuck
right?
yeah.
Imagine that.
We don't need to ask.
it's double beef in one.
Wow. It's
Your
like-
daughter?
No. Daughter's the asshole.
That's the asshole. Yeah.
Oh. I don't even want to equate that to her. So we're gonna rewind. Anyways, my
Daughter's the
double
pain in the butt.
Yeah. Double beef. Work. I've been covering for a few people because every motherfucker has fucking COVID
Sure.
because these dumbasses don't wear masks and don't have fucking
Still going
vaccines.
on, right?
Still going on. This motherfucker's been gone for fucking 3 weeks,
The
bro.
new people getting it too?
We haven't already new people, but one new person doesn't have a mask, not vaccinated.
Okay.
But there's no way this kid has had COVID this long. Like, honestly.
it happens. I mean, there are people, there's a Republican politician who basically was just like, yo, I had this shit for 5 months. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was on a ventilator for 100 days.
Then he said, "No, this is not that type of situation. He never went to the hospital, shit like that."
Okay, yeah.
Sunday he was supposed to come back. Today,
So I still got COVID.
my manager texts me. He's like, "Oh, he tested negative with the home kit, but his family's still positive. So, blah 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 blah." Fuck that.
How does that work though? I wonder. Like, can you have to quarantine still because of the family? I wonder.
Nah, once you're negative for however long, you're allowed to go back to life, I guess.
Sure.
The problem is it's been a busy ass 2 weeks.
Sure.
So yes, I'm still included in the pool, but I haven't made any extra money, like extra tips or extra cash, and I've been using my debit card a lot.
Sure.
And then when I went to my manager, I was like, yo, like, you asked me to help you out with this shit. Even if I pick up, like I told you, today's my only day off. And then I'm like, how much do we make this week for everything? And she's like, yeah, you made this, but everybody made a lot of extra money. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is extra money? Where's my extra money? You feel me?
Sure.
And then she's like, yeah, my director did say that. Is he okay with not making the extra money? And I'm just like, why didn't you fucking say something like, give him more money an hour or something for the fucking 2 weeks that I've been doing the bullshit work?
Isn't this the same director that was like, yeah, I really appreciate the
Yeah,
job
the
that
same
you did."
same guy.
Yeah.
And I never realized he paid attention to so much shit. But I'm like, yo, pay
Where's
me.
the extra money?
Yeah, where's my extra money? Like, pay me. Like, fuck, dog. Like,
Yeah. That's.
I mean, like, I'm like I said, Layla's not here, so I'm not spending like stupid money on dumb shit. I just do my regular thing.
Sure.
So it's fine. But still, like
Pay
I'm-
me.
Literally, I worked 1 day on the floor and I made like an extra like $200.
That's pretty cool.
Just one day. So imagine me working the past 2 weeks while it's been busy as fuck. Like
Yeah.
all types of shit going on. All types of COVID spreader shit going on.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, especially if you start wearing masks again and stuff. But Florida's not closing down. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. DeSantis said it today. We're not
Literally?
closing down. Yeah, literally.
There you go. I believe it. Literally.
Literally.
So, all right. So I have like an asshole,
Dumbass.
Yes.
dumbass combo. So
Yes.
I pull in and there's a Ferrari parked in the spot next to my spot.
Oh, and you dinged it?
Oh, you have your own spot?
Yeah, I have my own parking spot.
Oh, fancy.
You didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't know.
Oh.
I'm going to
So-
go there and park in your spot.
I have my own parking spot, and this Ferrari's parked next to mine, but he's like in my spot too, like super. And on the left side, there's a pillar, so there's only so much room to like get in. So I was like, like really, and I was like, am I even gonna fit in there? So lo and behold, man, I freaking straighten out completely so I can squeeze in there. And I even like pulled in just far enough to get my mirror. I had to close my mirror first of all. As soon as I got through far enough, I opened the mirror so I could see like the car and how close I am, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I would say maybe a foot at the most to get into the car. So I leave, I get my bag, I walk up and I see this like family coming down. It looks like Indian family coming down. They might be looking at apartments. And so it's the mother, the father, and like the 3 kids. It's like, how are these guys fitting in this freaking Ferrari? First of all, it's a 2-seater, 4-seater. So anyway, I get up, I go in my car, and I come back out a little bit, and I can see like he's got to go through the passenger seat to get in, and the kid's like waiting in the streets. Where he pulls out.
You're
not an asshole. Okay,
Not an asshole.
I always tell everybody.
What if I told you I scraped my car just a little bit?
No.
On his car?
My car.
But-
Against the
on a-
pillar that I was telling you about.
There's worth
Yeah,
it.
but that's just a
Worth
dumbass
it.
situation. That's not you
That's
being an
okay.
asshole.
It's I mean, you can't even see it. Like, even sometimes I'm like, where? Oh, right there it is. Yeah.
No, you
As long as-
you know the scratch on your car.
I know it.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
I mean, it's not something, it's very, very small. Very, very light.
So he
If
had
you
to
have
move.
to-
Wait, Ferrari 2-seater with 3 people in the car?
It was a 4-seater with
What was
5
it, the
people.
FF?
I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was white. It was beautiful. Fuck that guy.
Why are they parked over there?
What?
Because we live in a really nice building, bro.
Oh, this is here.
Here.
They shouldn't even be parked over there anyways.
I mean, that's what's park out in the fucking street like everybody else does, dick munch. Yeah, this is in my building. This wasn't like
I thought this was work.
No.
I thought that was like, oh no,
No.
you're definitely not an asshole at all. Fuck
Okay.
that. No, not at all. I thought I was like, damn, you have your own parking spot?
Yeah.
Shit. Like,
fucking A.
oh man, but no, fuck that. You're not an
got
asshole.
you.
They gotta
Alright,
fucking. You shouldn't be. That person shouldn't be parked where you parked.
Sure.
That's
I
the
agree.
case. Yeah.
All right. I thought maybe I'm an asshole or a dumbass.
No, what
just
you should
because
have
I
done is-
scraped my car.
What you should have done is parked right behind
Yeah,
them.
I wanted to.
And just- no,
What I
just
would've
park
just
other
go in
people
and-
in.
I would have parked really, really close to him
Sure.
in my parking space. That's what I
Sure.
would have done.
And
I mean, I got as close as I could.
and just go out the back.
Sure.
Yep.
There you go.
Just open up the back door and
This
just.
is your space. This is all you have. That's
All right.
Fuck that.
So
This is all I
Laz-
have in my life.
Laz, you have an asshole?
Yeah. So my daughter's been gone for a couple weeks,
Yep.
and
Hallelujah. Nice little break.
big time break. Her mom
How's she
misses the
doing?
kids. She misses the kids a lot.
Sure.
But I'm just like, every time she's up, like, why? Like, yo, take your break, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Like, but then like my daughter is like kind of annoyed of being up there because there's other kids. She's more like a to herself type of kid.
Sure.
So am I an asshole for just kind of just not wanting them to come back?
Hell
right
no.
now? Like,
Hell no.
so like it is. I talk to her every day. We FaceTime a lot, but it's just like, yo, it's all good. Like, no. Because otherwise, like, if I had her today after my week, there's no way I'd be normal today.
Sure.
You know how I am after my Monday, Tuesdays.
Enjoy it while you can. It's not going to last forever, man.
that's
I
it.
know that when like every year I go to like camp for a week or two, like up in the woods, with other kids. And it was the greatest thing for me. I'm sure it's the greatest thing for them too.
No, she's with her grandmother and her
Yeah,
uncle. They
man.
love the shit out of her. But she's annoyed because she's not in her own space.
Sure, I can see that.
But
You better find your own space.
Find the space there.
Yeah. No, you're not an asshole. All right, so I got one more asshole thing.
Am I an asshole?
It's kind of funny.
It's starting to get a little
And the
stinky
answer is
in here.
no, because it's not me. So my mom's visiting, and she's sitting on the couch, and I'm in my chair, and so Alicia walks up, and she grabs my mom's hand and like pulls it up like in front of her face, like looking all cute, like, oh look, grab my hand. Maybe you want me to kiss. You want to kiss my hand or whatever. And then whatever's Alicia's eating, she spits it into my mom's hand. And that's something that Elena taught her, because like if she was eating something she was not supposed to, Elena was like, here, spit it here. So yeah, my mom's sitting there chilling, and she just looks at me like, this is gross. Like she just spit a bunch of food like into my hand. So Alicia,
Am I an asshole?
I don't think so, but I just think it's pretty freaking funny.
Alicia's never gonna do that.
Spit like it, dude. It was freaking hilarious.
I caught her off guard today when she was eating on the table watching her little show.
Scared her.
I like slid in. Hi. She looks. She's like. She's so cute. She's like the cutest.
She is the cutest.
Except for my kids.
Except for, when she's being a pain in the ass. So, all right, Lucas, you had a...
Dumbass.
Nobody has suck it, right?
Secret.
No, suck it.
Suck it.
Okay.
So over the weekend, Mom, she's been looking for a pair of car keys, and we decided over the weekend to tear the car apart. Make sure it's not down in the trunk or anywhere in the car.
Sure.
It was pretty hot, so even with the doors open, we put the windows open just so there's airflow. But come the next morning, we realized we forgot the windows open, and it rained heavily overnight.
Wonk, wonk.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
But
wait, your car, her car?
Her car.
Okay.
How wet is it?
There's a good 1/4 inch in the door handles that you grab onto to shut the door.
Sure.
That's nothing.
But it was enough that when she went to go shut the doors, the doors were click, 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 click.
Oh, yeah.
Like electrical?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Then the windows wouldn't go up and down right. Sometimes they would.
Oh,
Dude.
shit.
That sucks.
But-
That means the water
but-
you see is not even
If
the
it
water.
dries out, I'm sure it's fine, though, right?
No, that wasn't. It was still doing it today.
Fuse?
What kind of car?
An 02 Toyota Avalon. But I took all the door panels off, dried it out, put new grease in, cleaned it up, all 4 doors in like 3 hours.
Nice. And it works?
Yeah,
Okay.
fixed it.
Okay.
Windows, everything?
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
Toyota, bro.
And
Toyotas
totally
last forever.
redeem
It's a Toyota, bro.
yourself.
It's never gonna die. Once you
What?
said Toyota, that's it. It's all right.
Yeah. That's
But
why I got a
here's the thing.
Lexus. It's made by Toyota.
But here's the thing. That's why I love living in this area, because you could leave all your windows open overnight and nobody's going to get into your car.
I mean, it depends on what your car is, I'm sure. They're like, yo, dude, let's break into that 02 Avalon.
There's somebody that we know, Seth, left their doors unlocked and $50 got stolen out of the car
I mean, that I could see that
Where?
with the
Over
window
there?
shut.
up
Yeah.
there, yeah. Some, Amish guy
But
on a
yeah.
horse. All right, so quick little update. Nancy Dillon, New York Daily News, Britney Spears conservatorship battle spurs bipartisan bill against conservatorship
Yep.
abuse. Democratic Representative Charlie Crist of Florida, by the way, and Republican Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina introduced the new Freedom and Right to Emancipate from Exploitation Act, which is FREA, FREEA. At a virtual press conference, the proposed bill, dubbed Free Act, would offer an escape hatch out of the abusive guardianships by allowing subjects to have their private guardian, called a conservator in some states, replaced with independent public guardian without having to prove misconduct or abuse. Under the Free Act, we would free Britney along with countless number of seniors and persons with disabilities being abused and exploited by the broken system, Chris said in a statement. So Britney Spears' conservatorship is a nightmare. If it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone.
So
Mace
she's
also
gonna
said.
help everybody else to have people are taking control
Whack
of their lives.
conservatorships. Yeah.
That are not doing what they're supposed to be fucking
Gotta
doing.
say, man, it's pretty awesome.
Like, I understand why the conservative shit probably started,
Sure.
but once you start abusing it, it needs to be gone.
And you can see how hard it is to get out of one. That's like the messed up thing, you know?
Yeah, but somebody signs, once like a judge or somebody signs off on something, like it is what it is. Like you can't do anything about it.
It's true.
But then a lot of people take advantage of their parents, older people.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there are people that aren't of sound mind and body that need that. And unfortunately, a lot of them are going to get taken advantage of. But if you got your shit together and you still can't get out of one, like Brittany clearly has.
She's the breadwinner probably for her family.
Yeah.
So that's not even like fair.
She's making $2,000 a week and her father makes $4,000 a week of her money. The hell?
Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Turn around and sue them.
Yeah, she's going to try.
After all this is done, sue
she's got her own lawyer. They're expecting her to.
I'm surprised lawyers didn't line up for pro bono work for her.
Who?
Lawyers
for Brittany.
I mean, she's got $60 million. I'm sure she would much rather pay a really good lawyer. Yeah. And this guy, the guy that she hired, is a very well-known, very powerful celebrity lawyer as well.
He was saying like lawyers would just have like high lawyers, like higher lawyers would just do it for free.
No, I get it, but if you can have a really good, awesome lawyer do it for free or pay one of the top lawyers in the world for celebrities, you'd probably rather just fucking pay. And he will gladly take her money. So I hear what you're saying, though. She's got money. There are plenty of times when lawyers do pro bono work to really help people out and, and obviously gain notoriety and shit. But I don't think there's one of those situations. So I don't know. I think it's pretty freaking positive. I don't know. So with that,
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
So
Laz's Corner of Positivity, folks.
CDC issues new eviction ban for most of the U.S. through October 3rd.
Oh my God!
On the same episode.
After all we just freaking talked about, really?
Yes.
Like it's real.
It's real. Issued a new
today. What's the date?
Sorry,
3 months ago.
Today's August 3rd.
August 3rd.
And it will be going through October 3rd.
Wow. That's
Washington
2 more months.
AP. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday issued a new moratorium on evictions that will last until October 3rd, ending some of the political pressure placed on President Joe Biden. Why did I call him Joy?
Wow.
They can help millions.
It's a joy to have a president.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems. I haven't had any problems with the past like 7 or 8 terms. Honestly, you no.
I mean, Trump definitely had his share.
He had his all types of crazy shit, but like personally, as me being affected by the president, no, not Bush, not Obama, not Trump. I haven't had like anything really affect me about how I go to my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Right? For you as well.
Sure.
And Lucas?
I'm good.
You good? All right.
Yeah, we've been good. Everybody's fine.
Dude, I can't. Dude, really? 2 more months?
Yeah.
I guess because of the Delta variant.
Maybe. We don't know what's going to happen. I really, literally, today we have to start wearing our masks again at work. I've been wearing my mask some places now because they're saying if vaccinated or not, you can still catch it or blah, 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 whatever. So I've been wearing it just in case. But I know it works because last week I told you my brother got the COVID and I have so many people that at work that got it and like had to be gone and nothing happened to me. So like, but these, like I said, unvaccinated, no mask people. So fuck them. I don't care. The new moratorium will keep millions in their homes as coronavirus Delta variant has spread and states have been slow to release federal rental aid. So it will halt evictions in the country.
Sure.
So at a high level.
That's everybody, right? All like
90% of U.S. population.
So all the major cities.
No, like 90% of U.S. population renters.
Sure. Wow. Well, I guess, I mean, it's positive. I'll give him that. It's, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. half agree.
So much for my poll on which state's going to extend it. They're all getting
We
extended.
have no choice. CD
Good
said.
Lord, man.
CDC.
So,
Huh.
what do we think's going to happen in October? Another extension? I guess we'll see what happens with the.
They need to stop that extension though. We need
Dude,
workers. Bro.
That's true.
We need workers.
That's
the money's
true.
good, and you can request what you want.
Yeah,
Like, it's the best time to get employed right now.
people are going to fuck up and not do it, and then they're going to lose all that leverage for sure. All right, folks. Well, I mean that's pretty much it. Any last minute thoughts? Anyone?
Nasa.
No. All right. So review us, like us, subscribe, tell your friends. You know,
Even if you think we suck.
yeah. If you think we suck, tell
Tell us
people how
why.
much we suck. Yeah, that's true. It's all Seth's fault. I get it. You know, and maybe baby Darth Yoda.
That could never be my
Baby-
fault.
Yeah,
Baby Darth Yoda.
Darth Vader. Did I say Darth Yoda?
Yes, you
You
did.
said Darth
wow.
Yoda.
Darth Vader. Well, yeah. It's a long show, folks. All right, we'll see you. Actually, no. Well, we will see you next week, but once again, it's going to be the movie. I'll have a code where you guys can watch and download the movie and watch it. But if you want to watch the show, if you want to listen, I'm curious to see if we get listens as many. But if you want to check out the movie and watch the show next week, we'd really appreciate it. It's a really fun episode. All right, boom.
Boom.